Let's see if I had some battle dress that needs to go. Oh yeah, here we go. Boom. Boom. Perfect. No. Oh yeah, okay. That's for me. That's not for me. Side ops. What is this? Gotta get the interpreter. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Holy shit. At mother base. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, so I'll let this play. Get some more coffee. And when this is done, we should do a fucking side up. Let's do it now.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day. The Afghan side. On our way back from training Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls?
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. But one by one, their voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there. When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Cause that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world.
Damn.
Each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflict.
Who drinks coffee out there?
Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each
Everybody.
level.
No, not
You get
everybody.
your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence
Hewick members.
agency.
Hewick
To make sure
members.
Diamond Dogs gets work.
Whaling
Those
ship.
countries by the balls.
Origins of
That's our deterrent
Diamond.
when we need it.
networking. In the intelligence community?
You know what?
That's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line.
Yeah,
That's better.
to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Just look at Snake.
Then I just had to wait for you to save
Bloody
me.
ass bastard.
And I've gotten used to waiting.
Cause
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Let's kidnap a shitload of
Put
people,
another base
boss.
in the Seychelles.
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us.
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled
Blood on his
on-site
face?
tactical instruction.
I don't know. It looks
That
so
led
much
to
better
some
on the clothes,
training
though.
war for
Like,
the Seychelles
you can see the
military.
hair on his
And
arms.
when we put down a mutiny within their forces,
Arm.
well, we made a lot of people happy.
Robot
They
hands don't have
pay
hair.
us. They just let us have
Robot
a look at
arms, what
their
am I talking
offshore
about?
Territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find someone
I just have
else
to
when
say,
this
if
place
people
starts
know
getting
me out
big.
there that are
Why
watching
you
these
being a little
videos,
hasty?
like,
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
I hope there are no
Cause
nasty,
the ship
hard,
that took us from
bad
Cyprus, he used to
feelings
be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese
from
vessel.
you towards me.
How was the voyage?
I don't want that. Like, I'm over that. I don't want to be
Stimulating.
Well, she was
negative
part of the whaling
and
fleet up until a few years ago.
feeling sorry for
This
myself
wasn't
and
as
trying
anything
to
write
just
home
start
about,
fights
but
with
she could
people.
really
And
move. She still had plenty of
it's been
life
really
left in her.
hard these
Then the
past
war
couple
dried up.
months. It's been
Global
really
opposition
tough.
to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The
Really,
push
really
has been
tough,
gaining
man.
traction for a little over a
I
decade.
decided to do it
Individual
alone
species came
in
under
the privacy of
protection
my
as the
home,
years went on.
and
And then 2 years ago, the IWC
I didn't really want
adopted a
anybody to come in.
moratorium
You know
on
what I mean? I
commercial
didn't
whaling.
really want.
Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end.
I don't know.
But eventually, most whaling companies had
I don't know what I wanted. I don't even know what I want now.
You haven't tried whale snake?
But
Can't say that I
this is
have.
making me happy.
When I was a kid in Japan,
Just putting
I think
videos out, and
everybody-
you know, I hope.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International
I hope all the
business
negative
changed in
stuff that has happened today does
In
not
any case,
affect. It's not like
That's
a
why we
sign
were
that,
able to
oh
get a bargain
shit,
price on the ship.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications.
Because what am I doing? Just playing
We
video
had to really
games
work
and
to fit in
posting them
all
on the
the
internet.
ESM and communications gear while keeping
It's
the
freedom.
sailor look
It's
intact.
America.
Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions.
It's alright if nobody watches
In
them.
the future, we plan to use her
They're
for
there
communications
just in case
relay
anybody
bases
does
with
want to
you and
watch
Mother
them.
Base. And also as a
This game
chopper
isn't real
resupply
popular.
vessel.
so it's all good
Diamond
though.
dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas.
I'll make this game
means
popular once
indomitable,
again.
Unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
You know, what this game does really well is, I haven't been playing but a couple hours. Nothing major has happened. I haven't really done anything. But I feel like I've been a part of this for a long time. Like, I get we're supposed to feel confused too, and be like, oh, what is going on? And that still is the case. Like later in the game, like when you get to Africa and stuff, and you go and you stumble upon this place that have people in beds with earphones in their throats, and they're listening to language and stuff. It gets pretty, you have to think about it, and it's really like kind of thought-provoking in the way that this story is much more realistic and opposed to all the cyber, like I'm just talking about the language thing. It's really it works. It works, man. It's scary. So let's get back to this game. Let me just put my coffee down and we'll get right back into it. No. Nope. Not spilling my coffee today all over the floor, motherfucker. Fuck no. Fuck no. Alright. Cool, man. These rewards are pretty sweet. After a while, they don't. Except all of them. Who cares? There we go. Customize. Here we go. Emblem. Can we customize the emblem already? Okay, that works. Change frame color. Change base color to white. No animals. Hell yeah, we're using that emblem. Only until if we ever get an alligator, it'll just be the alligator. I don't know. Espionage rank 732717. Fucking big ass zebra. Oh, that's pretty sweet, dude. Just a black, man. I wish it was just straight black. That'd be fucking sweet as hell. I think that's the one we're gonna use. Yep. Oh, yep. That thumb that's spinning around, if you spin it left, it goes left. You go right, it goes right. That will always blow my motherfucking mind. Please select a landing zone. No, we're going in bloody. We're gonna scare this motherfucker. We about to scare the pants off of this motherfucker. Anything that you find that makes you happy, do it. You know, hopefully it's not killing people or stealing cars. You know, hopefully you like to bake cakes. You like to bake cakes? Bake cakes. Get good at baking cakes.
Information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Who knows, man? I wish I knew the future. I wish I could see into the future and kind of get an idea of where I'm going in life, because I have no fucking idea. As you can tell, I'm sitting here playing Metal Gear Solid 5 at 1 o'clock in the morning, drinking coffee, talking into a microphone in the dark in my living room. That's me, man. Oh well.